soccer. This is the new intro to Unrelegated Queens of the South.
Were you actually recording?
Yes, I recorded that because it's important. Because we are sexy and we know soccer. You're all welcome. You are all welcome. I'm getting a record deal in a matter of weeks.
We might hire someone.
Admire me now. That's all I have to say.
Can we just have Lady Gaga do our intro?
We should.
Oh my gosh.
We should reach out to her.
She's a queen.
She is a queen.
We're queens.
Soccer, rah, rah, rah. That was really bad.
And you
Please,
said
oh my
off
God.
air you
I
were
should
worried about
probably
my
actually
music
delete
taste.
this. You're right. You're 100% right. I made fun of your music taste.
If Bradley
and I'm
Cooper
absolutely
can sing it as well, though, we can get a little...
Yes. In the soccer match. In the soccer match. You're all. This has been a very long segue to saying welcome.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. We are
missed
finally
you.
back. I know. Gosh, we have been off air for some time because of health issues with me, issues with you, life in general. I don't know how I'm physically functioning at this point in time. I've literally had
9 p.m.
It's 9 p.m. and like I've had a 48-hour party fest going on for
no, that's a lie. She's had a 7-day celebration.
It's been long. It's been a very long
But you
week.
only turn 29 once.
Yeah, that's wink, wink, nudge, nudge. 29 repeatedly for 5 years until I admit.
But that's why you hang out with me. That's why you hang out with me. I bring the average.
Yeah. You're right. The average of the age. Wow. Just so everyone knows now, she's younger than me. Way to rub that in, Jessica. Way to rub that in. So, if anybody hasn't been paying attention to all social medias, I turned 30 this past weekend. I sort of went above and beyond and letting everybody know that they should get me stuff. If you haven't, shame on you. Whatever. It's cool.
But what do you want? That's a quick one. What did you want?
You know what? So stay tuned to the very end of the podcast. I can tell you exactly what I want for my birthday. If you haven't given me a shout out or whatever, then that sounds very self-conceited for me to be like, you should just do this for me because it's my birthday. But literally, wait till the end. You're going to love it. You're going to want to do whatever and stuff. But definitely wait till the end until we get into that conversation. And then we'll sort of say how you can treat me for my 30th birthday, my new milestone.
Belated
30th birthday, for sure. And then your parents were actually in town, Jessica, right?
Yeah, my parents came to hang out. My dad was a little bit mad. He mistimed his flights. He was sat at the tailgate.
Oh, no.
And had to leave at like 4:30 p.m. He got to see us play some soccer tennis, got to enjoy a couple of Jello shots. My mum had a mug.
I didn't even know he was there. Did I show up too late?
I think you missed him. You missed Papa Charmin. Yeah.
No,
but honestly, I'm not going to complain. I think my dad might have actually got the good straw. I think sitting on a red-eye flight back to England might have been better than watching that game.
Yeah.
Now that's a serious claim.
That's a segue. Let's just jump right into it. We already have 2 glasses of red wine sitting here because we've been trying to gather the notes and sort of go into how we wanted to start this episode, and we sort of got frustrated and poured ourselves a glass of red to get through it. So, match recap against Philly. Atlanta United versus Philly. Obviously, as we all know, the score ended 1-1. I'm sure anybody that's been watching, or not watching this, but listening to this knows that, they've heard how everybody else has deduced the match, what their thoughts on the match were. The game was on Sunday, so you had at least 2 full days to sort of get your fix on the tactics and the formation and what went wrong and what could have gone better and all that stuff. But I'm actually, because I haven't heard from you specifically, what was your take on the match?
Yeah, I kind of kept quiet because nowadays there's such a substantial depth of Twitter comments.
Everyone has an
feedback.
opinion.
Yeah, and
I
tried to keep out the mix a little bit. I won't lie, my phone did die while I was in the stadium. That probably had a little bit to do with it. But it was honestly quite refreshing not to rant and kind of have a little time to process it.
Mm-hmm.
I know I mentioned, and everyone's probably seen, that Miles Robinson was the star. Absolutely. But what my concern is in a game against someone like Philadelphia, that no disrespect to the Union, but you expect to beat them. I think everyone looking to that game was like, okay, we're going to get out. You know, we had a disappointing result against Cincinnati, but now's our time to kind of find ourselves.
We should have went through this game and won at least 3-1.
It should have been a great time.
If we give them a goal, 3-1. But this should have been a game, as I said on Soccer Down Here when we did our Unrelegated Weekly, this is a game that was a must-win for us. And obviously we have tired legs. That's something that we're obviously going to get into going into the break that we've got right now. But tired legs, formation changes, not being able to really make a staple on formation and letting players know what their position is. This was a game in which we went into this match thinking, come on.
It was and
come on. We should have won the game.
You say a must-win game, and that does sound kind of, I'll admit, it sounds dramatic this early on in the season, but at the end of the day, this was a must-win game in that for all the confidence that our players require and all of the sort of faith that the fans need reinstalled in them, this was the time for everything to click and something to go right in our forward attacking play, and it didn't, because the star of our game was our freaking centre back, and that's nothing. Like, I'm not going to take anything away from Robinson. Nothing at all. Fantastic.
Because he had a fantastic
But why
game.
did he need to have a fantastic game? Why did he?
And why is our center back been the man of the match the past 2 games?
And saving multiple goals. I mean, without Robinson, we would have lost that game.
We would have.
He made one absolute goal line clearance and then a couple of others that if he hadn't stepped in the way, then there would have been all sorts of
back effectively. Correct.
Exactly. And I'll tell you, I looked at the stats on the screen, and Atlanta United, whoever's covering their stats, no disrespect, but they need to do some work in, because I saw that he only had 2 tackles in the game or something they put on the big screen. I was baffled, but that's
they released it later that he obviously had more tackles, but also credit to him, he won 100% of his tackles.
Yeah,
he didn't lose a tackle that night, and that's something that I commented on the Soccer Down Here. By the way, if you guys don't listen to Soccer Down Here, it's something that happens every morning from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. and they go full-on soccer discussion, and they talk about pretty much everything you need to know about just LA United, MLS in general, soccer going on. But every Monday, either me, Jess, or Jay will get on to Soccer Down Here around 10 a.m. and you'll get our feedback and our thoughts from the match that weekend or whatever has been going on. So what my take was that Miles obviously has been extremely effective.
For someone so young.
For someone so young.
I mean, he turned 22, right?
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Belated birthday.
Recently turned 22. Recently. But also, I think out of all of the players who are benefiting from the coaching of Frank de Boer, it's Miles. Very effectively, because you're looking at a well-renowned center back teaching another young center back the tools of the trade. And I think if anybody is really benefiting, like I said, it's Miles.
I mean, he's a defensive coach. He's a defensive coach. And I think we're seeing it.
Yeah, we're seeing it.
But the issue is we're seeing that he's a defensive coach in the forward players too.
Yeah.
I mean,
this is also one of the things that I said that I really disliked, because I stood in the supporters section and I watched the game, even though it's extremely hard to do.
That's why I sit
where I'm standing.
I'll be honest, I moved further back.
Yes.
It's no disrespect. I love your rowdy and proudness, guys, but the soccer fan in me from a young age that used to, I'll admit, I used to sit down and watch games. It's been a tough adaptation. My knees don't really like it. I'm not a fan of standing up 100% of the time.
We stand the full 90.
Oh my God. I know. I saw the flag earlier that was like no seating. No sit.
Well, it's so funny because I'm standing in the second row of the supporter section of this game against Philly, and the guy is standing in the 4th row with that sign up that says no sitting, and there are 4 people in my row that are just sitting down, and I stared at them and I was like, no, it wasn't even protest. It's like, I don't know how they got those seats, because they had no Atlanta United gear on them whatsoever. They were obviously 4 people, 2 couples, and they just somehow got into those seats.
You know who they were? They were the people that didn't know it was general admission. They got in there early, and those were those seats, and they were like, I'm going to sit down.
My Lord.
My seats.
I was like, how did they get here? because they're right behind the capo stand and they're sitting down and they have no Atlanta United gear whatsoever, and we're chanting and they're
probably
looking
the
at
people
me.
that complain about cuss words as well.
They're looking at me wide-eyed. No, they were Hispanic.
Okay.
I tried to look at them as we were singing, the Hispanic chants that we've got and the ones that we were specifically geared toward all of our Hispanic players, and they just looked at me wide-eyed like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "You were in the wrong section."
Like, why does this girl know Spanish?
Pretty much.
This girl don't look like she should be speaking Spanish. She's actually got some good pronunciation.
Right? And I was looking at them saying all the words and I was like, "Why are you not singing back to me? Why are you looking at me like this? What are you doing here?"
But honestly, like I say, I the standing has grown on me. Yes. I'm not going to lie, at times it is tough when I can't see the goal line, but I love Atlanta United. I love the atmosphere it is. It's just a different viewing experience.
Yes, for sure. But like I was saying, I watched that game from where I was standing and I legitimately forgot that Pity Martinez was on our team.
That's what happens when you play someone out of position.
That's impossible, and that's
South American player of the year. It's sad.
It's so sad.
You know what broke my heart?
He's such an incredible player, and for me to forget that he's even on our team, on the field playing, until he makes a cross to Joseph and he hits a crossbar. What is that?
And he doesn't look happy.
He doesn't.
And I've read some speculation, some stuff about his family is far away. I get that. Like, if anyone understands homesickness, it's me. And speaking from experience, sometimes it is hard to play soccer. When I was in college, at times it was hard to be focused because you miss your family. But he's a professional, and I appreciate that speculation. I don't think that's what it is.
I don't think it's accurate.
But what I did, I saw him in a photo that someone posted, retweeted, whatever, of him in his Argentina jersey beaming, and that's the PD we want to see. We want to see a happy PD.
We want to see him
so
smiling.
Frustrated right now. He looks down the dumps when things don't go his way, and it sucks. And I think what hurts as well, and again, not telling people how to fan, but anytime he makes a mistake, you hear this in the crowd, you know?
He has a lot to live up to.
He has a lot to live up to.
This is a conversation that I had with Jason. Miguel and him are completely different players.
Oh, absolutely.
100%. And we are looking for PT to have a work rate that Miguel had in his second year.
He's not the same player.
Not the first year, the second year. And that took Miguel growing with the team. But we can't immediately expect PT to come in and have the chemistry in the second year, in Miguel's second year. That can happen. Not only that, but we can't expect PT's to change his personality for us to adore him the same way we did Miguel.
You have to learn to love someone. It sounds silly, but it's like a relationship.
Yes.
You have to learn to love someone for who they are.
Absolutely.
#blessed.
#blessed. #relationship goals.
But for real, and I just think that sometimes, like I said, and it's a silly analogy, but it's that kid trying to shove the square into the circle with the toys, and it just doesn't work like that. It doesn't. And I'm going to say one thing, though, and Jay is probably listening. He's going to hate me, but it's the turf comment. And, okay, yes, I think it's an exaggeration, but I will tell you, playing on turf is very different to playing on grass from experience.
Yes.
Maybe as a goalkeeper, it's even more so because of the way the ball bounces, how unpredictable it is. But I think it does make a bit of a difference. That said, I'm pretty sure some of the training ground is turf. I'm not 100% sure. I've only been there once.
The training ground, I believe, is mostly turf. So I think.
So that kind of hinders that argument. I understand when players come and play one game on turf, it's a one-off, it's a bit complicated. It's harder to get your foot under the ball because there's not enough give. There's all sorts of issues with turf. But at the end of the day, he's practicing on it every single day. I don't think it's much of an argument.
But don't hold me on that. I'm not 100% sure, so I don't want to say that.
But I mean, he's played enough games in the Benz or wherever that he should be used to turf. But I don't think it's a complete idiotic point that turf may impact how you play. I know I hate to play on turf.
No, there is a lot of things I think that are impacting confidence and play, whether it be being comfortable with the players around him on his team, trying to make the chemistry work in such a short period of time. The stretch of games that we had back to back, the lack of fitness level that he has, and I've heard Felipe talk about this. Felipe Cardenas with The Athletic talk about how PT is not that kind of player that can perform to the level he's always performed without being comfortably
He's skinny
fit.
fat.
He's what?
Skinny fat.
What is that? People say skinny fat all the time, and I don't know what that means.
I don't know. My interpretation of it would be someone that's like, he doesn't look fat, right? But his fitness levels, like.
Oh, okay. So from understanding, this is like people being like people who are skinny but are out of shape.
Yeah, exactly. And it exists.
Okay.
And so I don't think
that
looking
makes
at PT,
so much more sense.
PT doesn't look tubby to me.
No.
He looks pretty lean, but you can tell his cardio is not all there, and he looked exhausted on the field. Yes, I think some of it was frustration when he laid down, but at times he just looked exhausted.
Can we also talk about, and this is probably going to get into a further discussion, but the idea or the what we can see on the field or hear from players is that they don't really know what they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah,
this is something especially that so going back to Felipe tweeted this out. I believe it was earlier today, being Tuesday. So anybody that's listening to this, it will be yesterday. But Felipe said, Laurentowicz on the midfield's progression post Philly. We've been trying to figure it out. As you can tell, tonight we wanted to match their diamond with a diamond. But I think what we found is that when you match up directly, you're basically standing next to somebody.
Shot horror, condescending, little undermining, slightly a bit of a stab maybe with that comment. I mean,
you think so?
I think you're basically standing next to somebody. We just discovered that. I mean, is that not rocket science? If you do exactly the same thing as someone else, then it's a mirror.
It's a mirror.
It's a mirror.
It's a mirror of that. Yeah.
It's a little concerning, and I mean, he didn't come out and be like, "Hey, I hate Frank," but I think it's a gentle criticism, and we talked off air, and I think there's all sorts of little subtle criticisms
I think a lot of
coming
players
from both.
have had a lot of things to say. I think that everybody is in the notion, as far as players, that there's still maybe a little bit more time that needs to be given. And I would agree with that. And there goes my computer making noises because Kelly can't turn the volume off.
Because someone's sliding into her DMs. Relationship goals.
Oh, that would be Wayfair because they're trying to get me to buy more furniture. This is how my life goes.
We're not on the couch today. You've got a new piece of furniture.
I do. This is not from Wayfair. So everybody, we are at the second studio, which is my apartment. Normally, we're sitting on the couch, drinking wine, doing what we're doing. But I found a really awesome table on Amazon, and I ordered it, and I built it.
And I feel like we're on a park bench. That's what it feels like.
It's like a bench table thing. So like my flat is sort of small, and I tried to get a table to where I could have as many people sitting at the table as possible.
4.
But I could. Yeah. Well, 4, maybe 5. You don't know.
Depends how much you like the person you're sat next to.
Depends on how skinny fat they are. Really. Throwing that back at you. You're welcome. But I wanted people to be able to sit and come and have dinner with me, but like also at the same time put the seats directly under the table and push it against the wall.
Functional.
So it's taking, like, it doesn't take too much
Kelly,
space.
you should sell furniture for a living. Why are we podcasting?
I don't know. I don't know why I'm not selling furniture.
You'd be making
so
a
wealthy
killing
by
on commission.
You don't need that couch. Let me tell you all the ways you do. You're welcome. What were we talking about?
We were talking about the lack of potential trust in Frank and a little bit of undermining criticism and some negativity kind of slipping into the team. And it's not just towards the coach. I think it's starting to show on the field a little bit on the players. I don't know if anyone else saw it, but there was a moment where LGP pretty much screamed at Pity. Pity turned around, didn't like it. And LGP was kind of, you could tell he was bothered because PT kind of held onto the ball for a little bit too long. He could have played the ball back either to LGP or Goose earlier, but instead kind of did his thing where he wanted to hold on to it for a little bit too long. And LGP let him know.
That's Pity's thing? Because normally it's a Barco thing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It was PT this time, but
I actually didn't see that. So
yeah,
obviously I didn't see much of what was going.
It was your 30th birthday. Let's be honest.
Yeah. As I said, I got beer thrown on me distinctively twice. When Joseph scored.
Who?
Not Joseph.
Barco.
But when Barco scored.
See, this is, guys, just so you know, Kelly did celebrate her 30th birthday.
Yes.
In style.
Yes.
but she does remember the game.
I do remember the game. I'm talking about it right
Barco, Joseph, they both have blonde hair now.
No, it's like Barco you would never think Barco could score a header, and then so I remember
we're all
standing
tiny
there.
but mighty.
I remember standing there and being like, "Wait, Barco just scored that? You're shitting me." So yeah, no. In all sense of purposes, you think it's Joseph that scores that because normally it's Joseph that does.
Joseph normally scores every goal. Let's be honest.
That's who we viewed to.
Atlanta United.
We are made up of Joseph Martinez and then 10 other players. Who cares who
half of a Gressel and half of a Miles, and then.
Well, I don't know if you saw the meme, and I obviously commented on this on the Soccer Done Here, but somebody literally posted a meme that said the Earth is made up of 70% water. And then the other 30% is made up of Miles Robinson.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Good old Miles.
Yeah.
Congrats, Miles. We're proud of you.
Yeah.
That's like honestly, out of everything we can be happy about, it's how Miles has performed. And if we'd have played the Red Bulls and Columbus Crew right now, I'd be okay with Miles being the highlight of our performances. The fact is we played Cincinnati and Philadelphia Union.
And still couldn't get our offense rolling.
Can I speak about defense? Guzan, Jay posted the most hilarious video. If you haven't
really
seen
funny.
it.
I actually have been meaning to ask you what your take on Guz's thing was. And while you were literally... Stop. Hold on. As you're going, and I'm going to let everybody who's listening to this know, as she's going to go on her goalie rant, because I know it's about to happen, I am literally going to get up, walk to my kitchen, pour myself a whole nother glass of wine, because I'm going to need it, and go, Jessica.
Okay, so, I mean, I want to defend Brad. I do. And I've looked at this goal from numerous angles, and as much as I do it, I have no idea what happened. There might have been a slight nick, a slight deflection off of the defender, but not a huge enough direction to wrong foot him as dramatically as it did.
So somebody was looking directly. I went really fast, guys, because this is important. So somebody had...
She just didn't want me to rant, let's be honest, guys.
Yeah, I wanted to stop it.
No more goalies, shut up.
Goalie shutout. Clean sheet, Kelly Francis. You're welcome. I'm Miles Robinson.
Hey,
that line.
Who would pay to see Kelly playing goal for a game? I'm just asking for like a fundraising purpose. I want people to take penalties.
I'm actually pretty good.
Let's do like a penalty shootout fundraising event where everyone shoots the ball at Kelly.
Wow. Can I wear like a face mask?
We'll put you in a field hockey gear.
Oh my gosh.
She'll have the helmet and everything.
Back to what we were saying.
But I'm serious. We're going to make it happen.
Somebody looked at the video and they said it looked like there was a deflection off of LGP's leg.
Mm-hmm. And there was, but it was a nick. And yes, those sort of things, let's be honest, in the speed that it looks a lot slower on TV to what is happening in reality. And the ball's coming a lot faster. But I think he didn't help himself with how... and I'm just imagining it now. Just the way he rocked back was crazy. I think he might have seen it a little bit late. But the way
it just looked like his brain was wiped clean.
But let's be honest, this did happen. And I'm being deadly serious here. It happened after he'd been hit in the head. And we talk about concussions.
Can we also talk about how that was not, there was no repercussion to that whatsoever?
That was not okay. And did anyone notice how I think it was the same guy jumped over him afterwards, a few plays later, and it seemed like he deliberately planted his foot really hard and quite close to his head, as if he was trying to be like, I'm still here, bro. Watch out. If you let it slip, I'm going to stamp on your head again.
Had a black eye at the end of the game.
It was right above his eyelids. So I'm not going to lie. Concussions that come in all shapes and sizes. I know the Liverpool goalie, I can't remember his name, but the one that kind of screwed up in the Champions League, let in a few terrible goals.
I feel really bad, but it's Kraus.
Something like that, right? The blondie. But
I think it is.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure all my Liverpool people are going to...
They're not going to want to remember his name, let's be honest. He was like... there was a lot of hate going on. I'm going to look this up
as you're going.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
But rumor had it afterwards, and a lot of people didn't take it seriously, but that he got hit in the head, and he did get hit in the head. And the rate that concussions occur and have their impact and their symptoms begin showing is different. And very well could have been some sort of knock of the head that does destabilize you. And it can be something minor, like your reaction slower. Maybe it was just that Brad's reactions were a little bit slower.
Karis,
that was it.
Yep. I was really close. I knew it was a K name.
But
Karis.
I don't think Brad, honestly, I think Brad will just put his hands up, say the deflection threw me. I probably should have done better. The reaction was just once. You don't see those very often.
No, and it would, you obviously have to take this because you're more of a goalkeeper than I ever was. But like, how would you feel if you let in a goal and that was the video that was recorded of you? How would you, like, I honestly want to know.
It's hard. No one wants, I'll always remember I let in a bad goal in college, and hopefully no one Googles my college experience and tries to find it.
Everyone Google it.
But it was bad. But my goalie coach, and I'll remember this day, and honestly, I don't know why he did this to me, and I don't think it was a clever move, and this is something I would never make my kids that I coach do. He made me rewatch the error in practice the day after it happened like 40 times and was like, I'm just trying to instill in you that you never do this again. He was a big American guy.
I wish we were recording this right now because her physical showing of the story is quite hilarious.
In case you could tell, we weren't best friends. I mean, cool guy, good coach, helped me out, but didn't agree with this because watching it was like living a nightmare. And it was, what he didn't realize was I had been reliving this moment in my head all the freaking night. I'd had nightmares about it. So Brad doesn't want to see that again. It sucks that it's been recorded. And I think for Brad, what's so hard is that it's not his first error, quote unquote, of the season. He's had a huge year last year.
And he's had a huge career in general. Yeah. I mean, errors happen. Every player has, and I think it's very important because Jason did say this. Jason Longshore did specifically say that the pressure on Brad now is unreal. It's huge because the team's not performing well enough, and now it's put on Brad's shoulders to carry the team with clean sheets.
No, and that's it.
Saves. And that's something going from last year where he had a team that
you could concede a goal. You could concede a goal because you could bank that we were going to score at least 2 goals in a game. And that was like my final year of college. We were constantly trying to hold a shutout because we knew if we conceded, there was a limited chance of us scoring. And now it feels kind of the same as Atlanta United. If we concede a goal, there is a concern of where is the equalizer or the winner going to come from. And we have never, ever been in this position before. I love Brad. It's a big amount of pressure.
Yeah.
And
he has the whole team on his shoulders.
Absolutely.
Honestly.
And I think he has the added of his experience. I know we've got Parkhurst. I know we've got Jeff. But there's a relatively young team in front of him. Yeah. So he needs to stand up, be a leader. And sometimes maybe he's just having an off start to the season because I don't think he's playing as well as he had. He's made some good saves. But his concentration is lacking a little bit potentially.
I mean, I don't necessarily 100% agree with you.
Fine.
And that's fine because we are allowed to have our own opinions.
That's what makes a podcast fun. We can have a little fight.
Hey,
scrappy.
But I think at the same point in time, the start of the year has been entirely different than anything this team collectively has ever faced. So we are obviously pushing forward and trying to figure out a way for all of us meaning everybody in the team to pull together and to have a collective push forward with players and with motives. And I've been rambling because Jessica had to go plug in her charger and I forgot where I was going with my ramble.
She was basically disagreeing with me and Brad.
I was disagreeing with you and with Brad.
It's so hard to disagree with me.
Yeah,
Look at his
really
face.
I'm staring
How
at it
can you disagree with me?
Hard. It's so incredibly hard. You have no idea. But my worry, and this is a worry that we talked about off air before we started recording, and we have it here in all caps. Are we clinging to straws with this team right now? Are we, as fans, as people who are dissecting and going over each game, including CCO, are we clinging to straws in the fact that we are stressing and combing through to find positives?
I think that's a really concerning point. And I mean, the next few games will really be the answer to that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think we've got a lot of excuses we can potentially use. Maybe they're excuses, maybe they're facts. And I think what's going to show is after we've been rested, after Frank has had time to coach the team, after the team have had time to sort of learn maybe their positions that Frank wants them to play and what's expected of them.
Mm-hmm.
When that is all evened out and we step out and we play on a more even playing field, that's when we find out whether these are excuses,
Mm-hmm.
which they may well be. Maybe we're making excuses.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's fact that these players are tired. So I think this is a really, really important international break for us.
Yeah.
And I'm a little nervous to see whether a fresh, you know, revitalized team comes out or whether it's the same stuff, because it's getting hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I've tried to be positive, and what I've always reiterated is there's no doubt that we have talent on this field. We've got a South American player.
We have an incredible
an MLS
roster
champion.
of players.
We've got players with experience. We've got youngsters with a point to prove. You cannot say that we have one, if not the best roster in MLS.
100%, we have one of the best rosters in MLS.
Is it all going to come together? Because you can only have so many individuals in a team.
Yeah.
And is it that this team just isn't
a team? Yeah.
Are we just too many individuals? And I think that we'll find out. And that's kind of like a nerve-wracking.
Gosh, that puts like a pit in the bottom of my
Honestly,
stomach.
yeah, I feel a bit sick.
Yeah, no, I feel really uncomfortable
because there's only
now.
so much time that we can have being patient. And
yeah.
I'll be honest, I've tried to remain positive. I like to be a voice of reason. I don't want to be
same.
conflictual.
Honestly, same though. Same.
Yeah.
I agree with you. But there are moments where I'm looking at all of this.
Like, what?
And I'm trying to listen to everything that's being said from multiple angles with fans and people who are just dissecting in general. And I don't think the fan base is being eccentric and their concerns. I really don't. And I think, yeah, we have. Unfortunately, the word spoiled is incredibly poor, a poor choice of word.
But I think, and I've said
I think
this,
it's correct.
But it's context as well.
It is also context.
Americans use spoiled in a very different way
in
to
a negative
Brits.
way. In a negative
Here,
way.
it's a spoiled brat.
Correct.
In England, I feel like it's more just you've been treated. You've been
Yes.
you've been fortunate to have.
You've
this.
had a very lavish existence.
Yeah, but I don't think it
this.
has such a strong negative connotation. But you have to learn the audience you're addressing.
You do. But I will say, spoiled, I think, is an inappropriate word to use.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta United has been lavishly decorated with great play, with good seasons, 2 seasons to be a fact. And as many people in MLS remind us, we have only had 2 seasons. Thank you all of you, because we only apparently started watching soccer since Atlanta United started. But I think it's important to note that, yes, we as fans under Tata Martino had
a good life.
Had a very nice life. And we are used to winning.
Those were the days.
Mm-hmm. Those were the days. And we are used to winning in our house. And we're used to playing a style of attack where it's a constant barrage.
And we run as quick as your puppy.
Yeah, gosh. You guys probably cannot hear this with our microphones, thank God, but my dog has, because I have hardwood floors, it just sounds like she's tap dancing all the time. But we've become addressed and become accustomed to a constant barrage of attacking players going to goal
and taking shots
all the
lots
time,
and lots of
with
shots,
through passes, with long passes.
I remember what's crazy is I remember a time when I used to complain about our shot conversion rate because we were having 30 shots and only hitting 8 on target, and I was
we
like,
were so
what
mad.
is this makes me so mad. Why don't you hit the target?
You know what honestly this reminds me of is, like, I can only speak from existence because I'm a woman, but like when a woman breaks up with a man and she thinks that it was the worst relationship ever,
and then she
dates another person that's worse, and then she's like, oh my God, remember the time?
And you're like, no, you told me he was horrible.
You told me they were terrible. And then you're like, but actually it was kind of nice. Like, this is sort of the way we are
It was a good problem to have.
It was good.
I miss those days.
We took it for granted.
Mm-hmm.
We really did.
Yeah.
And we obviously winning the MLS Cup we have this crown that's sitting on top of our heads that we want to keep on top of our heads.
Of course.
I don't want that crown to go away no matter who is coaching our team. Mm-hmm. And I want to give faith and trust to Frank that crown will stay atop our head. However, it needs to stay atop our head. That's all I got to say. And we can go further into this, as I know, like there's so much that goes into this, whether we talk about the game against Columbus that's coming up, whether we talk about the international break that's coming up and what that can do to reset and revitalize our players and all that jazz. But I think, honestly, myself right now, just in recording, I need to take a break for a minute and grab another glass of wine. Here. I'm getting kind of emotional because you're realizing how great it was. And Jess is taking selfies right now. Guilty as charged. I'm literally watching you, but I'm kidding. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to allow you to sit and soak in what we've been saying for the moment.
Make an iTunes review.
Make an iTunes review, maybe during your break, because we love iTunes reviews. And then we'll come back and we'll discuss a little bit about what's going on now with the team. Mm-hmm. Going into the international break, what's coming up against Columbus, and how that might look for our team and look for our coach, honestly, and then a preview sort of everything that's coming up. I think let's take a break. Let's take a break. Let's get another glass of wine.
Some water for me.
Some water for you. Some more wine for me. My water turns into wine. I'm Jesus, basically.
Blasphemy!
Blasphemy!
We just lost 10 freaking followers.
I just lost 10 followers with that. I am so sorry.
Oh my God.
I am not. I am not Jesus. I'm not Mary Magdalene.
But she is Jane the Virgin.
Oh no, not that either. Love all of you. This is weird now. Gonna pause this.
Bye.
Maybe we should just erase that part of the podcast.
I just realized I called it Jane the Virgin. Okay, we're done.
Hey guys.
What's up, everyone?
As you know, we are huge Atlanta Beer Bus fans.
Oh my God, we are the hugest fans.
And you may know because we've given you offers in the past, and now we've got a new offer for you.
You guys are going to be blown away.
If you don't know, Atlanta Beer Bus is Atlanta's only hop-on and hop-off brewery shuttle service.
Yeah, and you can ride between 7 breweries, 1 cidery, and a distillery, and even a MARTA station for only $15 a day.
But guys, Fridays are now happy hour. You can now ride for $10 on Fridays.
You got to be kidding me. $10?
Yeah, so what are you guys doing? Why are you taking expensive Lyft rides or Uber to
makes
breweries?
No sense. Or having to try to find them on a map or Waze.
Yeah.
I mean, don't do that.
Or trying to designate a friend as a designated driver and punishing him or her.
Oh my God, those conversations, they're awful. Those are awful conversations.
Someone's always grabbing the short straw.
Well, I mean, really, it's most likely.
Plus, guys, as Kelly's favorite, you
beer
get
nerds.
You get
beer nerds.
You get beer nerds, guys. That means you get somebody that's going to tell you all about the brewery, all about what's new before you even get there, so you don't have to get off and then pause and wait for somebody to give you a tour and all of that. It's all done on the shuttle ahead of time.
They're nerds that love beer.
Plus,
how could you not like them?
Plus, the drivers, they got great taste in music, I hear. So.
Yeah, perfect taste in music.
Yeah. Maybe bring your own mixtape. I don't think they have. Do you think they have cassette tape players?
Oh, for sure.
But listen, guys, Unrelegated listeners now get 20% off daily passes with the promo code UNREL. That's UNREL. And the reason that's cool is because they can now be used on any weekend route.
Any weekend route. That means Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And because Fridays, like Jay said, are now happy hour, that means Unrelegated listeners can ride the bus on a Friday for just $8.
Now listen, the offer is limited to one person per weekend and cannot be combined with other offers, but that doesn't matter because you only need one day to get through these breweries, guys.
You only need one. And you know what? If you want any more kind of cool tidbits and other facts about them, you can follow them at ATL Beer Bus on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
And you can visit them at atlantabeerbus.com for full details, as the daily routes may change on occasion. So go there, check it out, see what the routes look like, and then go ahead and use your code.
Atlanta Beer Bus, people. Create your own beer adventure.
What are you waiting for? Go do it.
Jane the Virgin, huh?
I've been watching it on Netflix. It's binge worthy.
Is it good?
Oh, it's so funny.
I've never seen it.
And what I like about it is there's a little bit of like Spanish in it.
Your mom's gonna get so mad at you.
I'm sorry, I do know it's Mary, right? I'm having all the sort of Mary and Joseph went to Bethlehem looking for a place to stay.
Wait, I'm sorry. There's a song?
I went to a Christian primary school. We had to sing songs about the donkey, and
I knew there was a song.
I played Mary in the nativity, and I tried to open Jesus's gifts. I gotta get my parents. I know my mom's got a video of that somewhere, like trying to open the frankincense and myrrh and stuff.
Basically, what Jessica's saying to everybody is, do not invite her to any of your Christmas parties. It will be bad news. Bad news bears.
I just like gifts.
Sorry. Oh wow.
Oh. But yeah, I do know it's Mary. Anyway, our religious followers, please continue to follow us. Yeah. We are appreciative of all
love
views.
Everyone. We love everyone. I'm so sorry that that she called it Jane the Virgin.
But Netflix is addictive.
And Netflix is very addictive. And you can start getting into so many documentaries that you don't need to go down, like Sutherland Till I Die. And then you realize I watched way too many episodes of Sutherland Till I Die. And then why am I liking Sutherland right now?
My name is Kelly, and I'm addicted to Netflix.
Honestly, you're probably right.
So soccer.
So let's get back into soccer. International, obviously, because we're talking about Sutherland or whatever. But the international break is upon us. And upon us meaning it's already started. Surprise! So we have a total of 6 players. And we went through and we talked about this, obviously, off air before we started recording. But 6 of our starting, not even our starting, but 6 of our solid 18 players that we normally have in our lineup for every game we've ever played is gone on international break.
Breck
right
Shea's
now.
One of them, right?
Breck Shea is totally called up to the international team.
Just kidding.
Have you seen him? His performance is amazing. Out of all of the times Breck has come onto the field, he had one game where he was exceptional.
Kind of saw.
Mm-hmm.
And I tweeted it, and I feel so stupid.
No, it's okay. No, we all got
Breck excited.
Excited, and then like the haze of Breck Shea was lingering upon us.
And then Breck Shea had too much haze.
And then he had so much haze
that he
just got lost again. And we're not going to say what the haze was made up of, but it was a haze. But basically, Breck has had, in my opinion, you just can't contain yourself right now. Breck has had what I would say 1.5 good games. Mm-hmm. Because when he came on the field against Philly, I thought it wasn't terrible. Mm-hmm. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it was decent.
He did a couple of good things.
Yeah,
he also did his thing where he kind of looks at the ball and goes to tackle, then kind of freezes like he's having a seizure, and then the player gets past him.
Honestly, though, and I will say this in Breck's defense, what am I doing?
You just want a tattoo with Breck.
Yeah, I really do, though. Actually, I'm about to get a tattoo anyway on my neck, but like, you know.
She's getting teardrops, everyone.
I'm getting teardrops on my neck, not on my face. I don't want to be cliche, obviously, but I think a lot of times when we see the players and they're uncomfortable, it's because they don't know necessarily what they're supposed to be doing, mm-hmm. and that comes a lot to us.
The wingback position is confusing as it is. Let alone being...
well, not only that, but it's like in this new formation, in this new system, where they haven't had a lot of time to train, to learn what their job and their role is. Then you have those issues. But now, not only that, this is supposed to be a full week of mm-hmm. this team collectively being together,
but
learning the system, learning how to figure out how to play under Frank. But now we're missing 6 of our starting 18.
And those
we're missing Barco. We're missing Miles Robinson.
Congrats.
We're missing Andrew Carlton. We're missing Petey. We're missing Tito. We're missing Joseph.
So just a couple of solid players.
Just a few of
important players.
3 absolute starters for us. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you also want to consider Barco an absolute starter for us, I mean... Well, Tito is also an absolute starter for us because we know he started. Yeah, for sure. He's extremely talented. You have this is what's so crazy and what sort of gets me when we talk about how much talent we have in the attack. Mm-hmm. We have a Paraguayan international player who gets called up to the national team that's sitting on our bench.
Is told doesn't have enough skill to be played in this game. You know?
I'm sorry, who says that?
I'm pretty sure that's what was said. I read it anyway, that Frank basically said he didn't bring him on because his skill set in tight spaces wouldn't be impactful. So, interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I be honest, I don't think he had his best game, but we also have to remember that he's played like 10 minutes in the last 3 games, so he's not going to be fresh.
No.
But I still think his hustle was there. What I loved about Tito was you could tell he cared.
Yeah.
He gave an absolute, and I'm not going to cuss, but he gave an absolute crap. And it was...
I'll call it. He gave an absolute shit.
Yeah, and it was amazing. And it was so good to see that work ethic. And what was nice was, let's be honest, the crowd, it gave that spark to the people in the stadium, and it was nice to see that passion back.
You know what always ends up happening, and this is the interplay between the Barco Tito conversation, right? Is that this has been going interchanging between Tito and Barco for quite some time. Every time any of those players come on the pitch, they are a spark of energy. It is incredibly exciting to see Tito come on the pitch with a spark of energy, run directly at defenders, shake up the defense with 20 more minutes, 30 more minutes to go in the game, right?
Because he's playing against tired players, so it's even more impactful.
Correct. And then the same with Barco. When Barco came onto the match at Philly, he was a spark of life. He gave so much energy into that attack that was lacking, that was frustrated. These are the type of players, both between Barco and Tito, that have the ability to come into a match and change it. And
you're waiting till the 91st minute to make the sub. But what we were talking about was the fact these players are missing.
Yes.
We were hopeful that the international break would be a break. It's great that they're called up.
That they would get time to rest. They would get time to look at the system. They would get time to be under Frank, to figure out what their role is, but they don't even get to do that.
But we have to be hopeful that they have a positive experience with their individual international teams.
And that's extremely important.
They get their minutes. They play hard. They kind of have some happiness on the field. Maybe they enjoy playing, because I think that's really what Tito and PT need in particular. They need to have fun and enjoy themselves. I'm not sure if PT is going to actually play, but I mean, what an honor that he's training with Messi right now. I saw a picture that blew my mind.
Like literally, Messi's sitting there on a soccer ball, and he just... And PD's just sitting there talking to him.
It must be, I don't know. That's like a fanboy moment. Like, can I take a selfie with you?
I would just end up
he's a
staring
South
at
American
him,
player of the year. So honestly, he's probably pretty chill about it. But still, they need a good experience. Otherwise, that'll be a bummer. Let's be honest.
And it's a recharge. It's a reset for our players. It's the ability for them to go.
Coach.
Yeah, playing with a different coach, allowing them to sort of refocus, pull yourself out of the situation for a little bit.
Express yourself in a way you want to play, potentially.
Yep.
Go to a style that you're more comfortable with. So hopefully that has a positive for them. And then for the players that are still here, how important really is this break? Because maybe Frank's actually going to get some time to coach them. Because I'll be honest, when you speak from experience with this high level of changeover, all you can really do in between games right now is recovery and a bit of shape. You can't really practice because you're scared of getting an injury, or you're scared of overdoing it in practice. So have they really had any real practices?
No.
Probably not.
No.
So this will be the first week, 2 weeks almost, that they'll get real practices. So what do you foresee happening at the moment, Kels?
In regards to our players with international, or
the other ones, the ones that are back here, what do you hope is going on?
I see them. Obviously, I've already seen it with things on social media, but I've seen players taking time off. I've seen players like there was actually a huge group of the Atlanta United players tonight that were at the Hawks game with the MLS Cup.
A reminder of what we have.
Yes, they took the cup to the Hawks game, which was super
City.
cool.
It's been to the Hawks.
I mean, it's been everywhere.
Well-traveled cup.
It's a very well-traveled cup. But it gives them time to rest and regenerate, but it also gives them time to be like, if I'm an Atlanta United player right now, I know what I'm focused on, and I'm focused on resting, recuperating if I have an injury, like Julian Gressel with his ankle, with Escobar, who has been in training now, who wants to be able to start getting first minutes.
Thank goodness.
Oh my gosh. I think once we get Escobar integrated into the system, we change.
I just made it really weird noise. I hope that
you really did. And I don't know what noise came out of your body. I don't think anybody maybe heard it on the microphone. Thank God. It was the weirdest thing I've heard. But I think honestly, and I think that was just her getting really excited about Escobar.
Yeah.
Once we get Escobar back on the team and the starting 11, I honestly think we change.
Clinging to straws, Kelly.
What?
You're clinging to straws, Escobar. Clinging to straws. No,
I'm not
kidding.
clinging to straws.
It's gonna make a huge difference.
It's gonna make a huge difference.
Miles,
and
Escobar,
because I think what's gonna end up happening, in my opinion, what's gonna end up happening is Escobar takes where Gressel's been sitting, and Gressel becomes the number 10 that we need.
Ooh. You
That's
heard
what
it
I
here
think
first.
happens. I honestly do, because Gressel has the ability to play multiple positions, as we've seen obviously under Tata Martino, as we've seen honestly with Frank also. Gressel's a Swiss blade, right? A Swiss knife.
He's a man of many.
We have been playing a system with a number 10 that has not been there, because both Barco and
Did you
Pitti,
see? Sorry about that.
No,
Did you see the who posted it? I can't remember who posted it. I think it might have been Biscuit's dad or Joey Logan, but it was one of those guys. Sorry, whoever it was. But they showed where like the average spot of our players was on the field. And they made a comment that we looked like a U8 team, and it was right. The bunching, we call it bunching. I would, with my little kids, I'd say, you're like a bunch of grapes, because they were all over the field because there was no formation. So we need that number 10, like you say. So that was a great post. Sorry, I can't remember who posted it.
No, I can't remember who posted it either, but I remember seeing it, and I remember agreeing.
It was probably neither of the guys I just said either. But
I honestly think the minute we can free up Gressel to become a utility piece, as that number 10, as he has been able to do, as we know he's able to do, and give freedom to both Pitti and Barco and Joseph, honestly, to make it happen.
We'll see some more shots.
I think that might end up being the key. I might be completely wrong. And I might have people that message me after this and being like, what the hell are you talking about? But okay. I really honestly feel like once we have solidified that right back space again, with Escobar being there.
As long as he stays away from Goose.
Yeah, that too. Everybody should be fear of that. But I think once Escobar is being able to be back on, get his legs underneath him, get his minutes in, I honestly feel like we will see Gressel drift into a space where he can be used to distribute.
So it's an exciting time. We'll see. We've said what an importance the international break has. It's a little nerve-wracking, like we say. It really is going to be the time when everything is more on an even level. No more CCL. We're going to be at a similar level of rest. We're going to have our players potentially back. So we're really going to see whether we're making excuses, as we mentioned, or whether it's the truth. So Columbus.
Yeah. So this honestly is going to be, when we talk about, and many people have been talking about the first test this, the first test that. This is the first test. No, this is the first test. No, this is really where we're going to see what Frank de Boer can do. Blah, 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 blah. Right? In my opinion, and I know that you probably agree with this, Columbus legitimately is the first test that we will have.
Absolutely. I think before everything happened, if you'd have looked at the schedule, the MLS schedule, like discard CCL, if you'd have looked at the first 3 games of the season, this is the one you'd have looked at and be like, okay, this is the one that's going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
I would have put us 2-0 easily at this point ahead of the season. And maybe I was rose-tinted glasses, but Columbus has always been a tough game.
No matter what we do, no matter how good we are, no matter how good Columbus is, no matter how bad we are at the moment, no matter how bad Columbus is at the moment, this has always been a game, whether they come to our house or we go to theirs, it's always been a tough battle. We've never had it easy against Columbus. It's never been a thing. Never been a thing. Higuain, still to this day, is one of my favorite players, and I think honestly in the system that he works with Columbus, I think he's just crucial. he is the piece that gets that entire team ticking. Miram back with Columbus is also a huge boost. I mean, his whole stint in Orlando was a fluky whatever that was. And I think that I'm extremely back that he's back with Columbus. I remember being happy for him for that because he was extremely happy and extremely unhappy in Orlando. But we're looking at a team that has Zach Steffen in goal.
Best goalkeeper in the MLS. And I'll fight Bill Hamid if he wants to, but there's a reason Steffen's called up to the U.S. national team and
Correct.
Hamid isn't. And watching Steffen through the playoffs in particular, unbelievable goalkeeper. Good at one-on-ones, great shot stopper, good distribution, which I think is rare to find in goalkeepers in the MLS. Comfortable with the ball at his feet.
There's a reason he's going to the Premier League.
Exactly. And will thrive in the Premier League. It may take him some time, but great move for him. It's going to be tough to beat him. And, it's for a team that is struggling to score right now, let's be honest.
And I think it's interesting, and I think this is something that will be interesting to see for Columbus, because this is obviously what's going to happen mid-season once Zach Steffen leaves for the Premier League.
Yeah, I mean,
which
he's
is
got until May when the Premier League is over.
So their backup goalkeeper right now, which will probably be taking the forefront of the team, is Joe Bendik. And as everybody knows from Atlanta United, Joe Bendik was Orlando's previous goalkeeper, the one who Joseph did the head turn,
which I just gave Kelly a good
you did.
replay of.
It was actually really spot on. It was like I was watching it again for the second
I'm so
time.
intimidated.
But he has been notoriously not great.
Yeah.
So
no Zach Steffen.
No, he's definitely
if
not a Zach
you
Steffen.
are Columbus Crew right now, you're a little bit nervous. You're hoping to pick up as many points as you can with the stability of Zach Steffen. You've been spoiled with a stable goalkeeper and a stable back line. And if you're his defenders, you've got to think, deep down, if you don't trust your goalie, you can't play at the same level you can. So I think it'll be an interesting change. It sucks that we're playing them right now while Zach Steffen's in the team. And I mean, their results speak for how good their goalie is right now. And I know it's about the defense as well. I'm maybe a bit biased, but at the end of the day, the goalie leads the defense. They've only conceded 1 goal in 3 MLS games, and it was against the Red Bulls. Other than that, they've had 2 shutouts against New England and FC Dallas. And this is what we're talking about.
Mind you, aren't like the most stacked teams.
But it's still
games that they've had clean sheets on. Correct.
And, we've seen all it takes is a momentary lapse in concentration from a defender, a goalkeeper, and that clean sheet is gone. So.
And we want to talk about Miles Robinson and our back line being on for the game. This is a game that they need to do it because we have not faced an offensive opponent like this season yet. We have the likes of Jazzy Zardes, who is now going to be coming directly at Miles Robinson. And Jazzy Zardes is insanely fast. And Miles Robinson, as we both know, is very capable of tracking back.
He's quick.
But he is going to have a true test on his hands with Jazzy Zardes. Not only that, but he has the likes of Pedro Santos also linking up with Jazzy Zardes, right? You have the whole issue, and I'm trying to go through the whole roster right now, but like I said, Federico Higuain, who is more than capable of putting in a cross, of putting in a through ball. And we've seen it time and time again with their set pieces. Columbus is extremely good at set pieces.
And what I was going to comment on
it's something that we, as a team, have been, since day one, even in Tata's reign, have been extremely bad at defending set pieces.
And the stats kind of speak for themselves for Columbus. And I can't say I've watched the games, but you can only assume Gaston Saro is a defender who scored 2 goals in 3 matches. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he scored some screamers, but there's a likelihood that those were set plays. And
most likely.
It makes me a little bit nervous. We're going to have to watch because not only have we conceded goals from set plays, we always look like we may give away a foul at set plays.
Correct.
Because we like to hold. We've got a couple of stiff arm issues in our team, and I know that we've given away a soft pen, but you're still at risk sometimes. So we have to defend smart, and we have to hope that Big Brad's going to come out and claim those balls where he needs to too.
And he's done a good job of that this season, of doing that. But there's always been that underlining threat.
Vulnerability.
Correct.
I would say we've always looked vulnerable at set plays. And we've been fortunate a few times. I remember VAR coming to our rescue once or twice from a couple of things.
This season?
No. Last season.
Last season for sure.
And that's what
this season. I don't remember it.
No.
But
have we been tested by set plays too often this season?
Yeah, we actually have. I would say I think that we're giving up corners too easily. I think that we're giving up fouls around the box.
Oh my gosh!
Too
and yellow cards.
And
how many yellow cards is LGP on?
Well, there are some yellow cards that have been very iffy.
Soft.
Not. If you don't talk about the Michael Parker's yellow card that he got against Cincy, then I don't know. It was against Cincinnati. Yeah, it was against Cincinnati.
That was pretty bad dissent.
That was extremely poor officiating. Extremely poor. And he got a yellow, for dissent?
Yeah, but I think he would agree it was dissent. I mean, with the referees have that, and I'm not trying to be on the referees team. It shouldn't have been a foul to begin with. It shouldn't have been a foul. He was arguing over a thing, but if you cross the line with dissent and we all read his lips. We know what he said, so I'm not backing the referee.
I mean, I can't read lips.
It was I
don't know what he said.
It was a poor call that warranted his anger, but as soon as you slip a bomb out there, you never know what the referee is going to do. You kind of give him that authority to do it, but it's stupid.
You know what? It didn't matter because in the end, it gave the team life.
Yeah, and it gave the crowd. I think that moment for Atlanta United fans really gave us a kick up the butt. And we were like, damn, he cares. And it was nice to see. So I'm not going to complain. It's nice to see
that the players care and that they're fighting. And I know that they say that in the post-match comments, obviously. Mm-hmm. And we all believe them. But it's a difference of seeing the fight and the anger
everyone
on the
knows
field.
the right things to say. Yeah. We're a team. We're all together.
Yes.
Hashtag love my team. One team, one family. Bless. Like, we all know what the right things to say is. But at the end of the day, your words have to equal what your actions are, and they seem to on this day.
But it is also said that anytime you read the post-match comments nowadays, they all know that they need to get better. They all know that this is not something they're comfortable or familiar with. I've seen some sad
little chit-chats in the dressing room where they've seemed really upset, and it's good to see they care. And I mean, they're like us. They were used to winning. Everyone gets used to winning. Winning is a habit, and
they're the reigning MLS Cup champions.
Winning feels good. It hurts to lose, or to tie, and it hurts to tie against teams that you know should beat. So, speaking of losers, ties, wins, score prediction. It's a way in advance. We don't know who's going to play, but hey, let's have some fun. We're not gambling women, but let's go.
Weirdly, I don't think we're winning the game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily think we're losing it. And I will say the reason I don't think we lose it will once again be because of Miles. So I'm going for a draw. I think that we will I think it's 2-2.
Okay.
It will be more goals than we've scored
I'll take that
in previous matches, but I think that it's 2-2 at the end of the day.
Like it. I think that's a good one. Honestly, I think that's probably a more realistic one than what I'm going to go for, but I'm going to be an optimist because I've been told before I'm too negative.
Oh.
I'm a boo girl. I didn't boo, just saying. But I did not boo, but I did not critique those who booed quite as heavily. So Jay and I are no longer friends on Facebook. He blocked me.
He didn't really, did he?
No, of course he didn't. I was like, what? Kelly was like, man, Jay is fickle.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to go with a 2-1 win. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that I don't believe it. I'm going to try and believe it.
You're going to put it out into the universe.
And hope. I'm going to send it up in a helium balloon. I'm going to take one of your 30 balloons.
Yeah, that's still inflated for some reason.
I'm going to write my score on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to send it up.
Yeah.
And hope Virgin Jane.
But dear Jane the Virgin. Wow.
And I'm going to pray, and who knows, but
this is taking a weird turn, everyone. You're welcome.
Welcome to Church Sundays with Kelly and Jessica.
We're no longer Queens of the South. We're going to give you a heavenly experience.
Angels of the South.
Angels of the South, may have mercy upon you as you drink from the body of Christ. Eat Kelly, from the body of Christ.
You can tell Kelly's been to church recently. But 2-1 is my score prediction.
I like
Miles
the score
with
prediction.
A cool game. I just think we have to have faith, and let's just hope. I'm hoping that it was just excuse. Like, we were just clinging on and everything just happens.
I honestly think that PT comes back from playing with the national team and has refreshed a new sense of confidence and a higher sense of fitness. And as I've said before, and I will continue to say, these shots he's taking from distance are beautiful, and
one will go in.
They will go in. They 100% will go in. And all of our feelings towards Tito's golazos that he's had will be completely repeated, because PT is no problem shooting a golazo at all.
And a good night's sleep helps everything.
It really does.
So we're having some
It's a reset and a refresh.
So let's hope our players are reset and refreshed. Let's do a whole reverse out of this MLS universe and talk about something a little bit happier.
Like women's soccer. Woohoo! Woo! So you actually brought this to
kicks. Yeah. Can you imagine if that's how they marketed it?
Wait, what?
Kicking chicks.
Oh my God. I would immediately think of, for some reason, chicken wings, and it would not be appropriate.
I mean, it's only one step down from the Disney princesses, so I wouldn't put it past them.
Let's not get
into that.
Let's not get into that. So, big news actually for the women's soccer world this past weekend was the game that was played in Spain against Athletic Madrid versus FC Barcelona, where they broke the women's attendance for a female match. The world record crowd for a female soccer game, which was
60,739. That is bloody incredible.
There's
insane. Not many men's games on a weekend basis that
will draw that.
Not many men's teams even in the
Premier League,
even in the Premier Leagues, have that capacity. So what a fantastic, unbelievable. Like when I read that, I was so happy because it is showing
shivers.
Yeah, it does, because it shows that it's finally getting some reception. And what I loved was in the video I saw what a diverse crowd it was. And I've spoken to this with Jason, as we mentioned, on the women's soccer show that's going to become a regular thing. We're excited about that.
Yeah.
Women's soccer is finally attracting more than just parents taking their daughters because they want to be inspired, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's a brilliant thing. Parents, continue to take your daughters to watch women's soccer, because they are the best role models possible. But what is so cool is when there are male fans of the professional teams that they are affiliates of, and people bring their sons. Finally, it seems that it's
inclusive for everybody.
Inclusive, and it's worth watching. They're not like,
the women's game.
The women's team's on.
And I gotta tell you, every time I've ever seen a women's game, and I know from experience with myself when I play, I'm extremely aggressive, and I have no regard for my body whatsoever when I'm playing. As I've said many times before, I've got bruises all over my body from whenever I play pickup, and that's because I have no qualms about body checking a man.
No, there is no difference. Okay, no, wait, let me rephrase that. There are lots of differences between the men's and women's game. But physicality in terms of a woman on woman versus a man on man is no different. I'm not saying that if a woman body charges a man at professional level, the woman will be able to body charge the man. What I'm saying is the level that the female competes against the other female is equal, if not more in some cases, than the male on the male. It is a physical game. It is skillful, maybe not as fast, but it is starting to be credited for what it is. And you cannot watch women's soccer by comparing it to men's soccer. You have to take it at its own level, but realize that it is a game, the same sport, just like you wouldn't watch MLS and the Premier League for the same styles, or La Liga.
It's a different league. It's a different way of playing. And I gotta say though, and this goes into when we're discussing or when we've ever discussed the Women's World Cup that's coming up. The obvious favorites are the French national team, and is the French national team.
Of course, they're playing at home.
And I gotta say, every time I've ever watched those women play, they look exactly like the men's national team.
Yeah, they play a similar style
of play. They play
play
very similar. They are very fast in their attack, and they are lethal. Extremely lethal. And if you were excited about any team coming up in the World Cup, you should be excited about that. And this is something that I said, and something we both hashed on so Soccer Down Here does a weekly women's podcast, and both Jess and I were on this past week discussing the She Believes Cup, going into the Women's World Cup, discussing women's soccer in general and where it stands, and then also Jason and I got into a very long, almost hour long, and I apologize for it being an hour long, but an hour long discussion about the lawsuit that was going on between the U.S. women's soccer team and the Soccer Federation. But going into the Women's World Cup, if there is any team that you should be excited about seeing, it should be France.
And
then the next, I was about to get there.
Okay. I'm just doing.
Oh my gosh!
I've got to protect my lionesses.
I know. The two teams, obviously, because I'm also French, so like I have that going for me. But like the other team, you should really be looking forward to and seeing make a huge run is the women's England team, the Lionesses, because they have just come off of a win from the She Believes Cup. They're very well organized. Their attack is very, very well organized. You guys are riding on an incredible wave going into this tournament.
And how exciting is it that we're at a World Cup year and the USA, and no disrespect to those, like, I hope the US does well too. This is home. But it's so exciting that we're not mentioning the USA's name and talking about two teams we're excited for. And the result we just talked about, the Atletico Madrid and the FC Barcelona game. Spain now taking a real serious crack at female professional soccer. Argentina just announced this like 2 days ago that they're going to have a professional level of soccer in Argentina. Colombia's got a professional league. Mexico. The world is gaining traction with women's professional soccer. The USA is kind of still plateauing at the same level, but this is what makes it fun.
Yes.
And the USA is going to learn soon, and maybe this is the year they get a wake-up call. Hey, ladies, or hey, not even hey, ladies, it's not the ladies. Hey, big guys in charge of this, you have to start taking it seriously, or you will not be the powerhouse that you have been known for across the world anymore. The rest of the world is woke. We're ready to play.
Honestly, I think them not winning the She Believes Cup helped. It really helped with the US.
Because they put it on as a trophy to win, let's be honest. The US puts on that trophy to gallivant around America and show them how great the United States is for women's soccer.
And they didn't win.
They didn't win.
And that's a wake-up call. Now, it's a wake-up call for the U.S. women's national team, but at the same point in time, that's a huge plus and bonus for the England the English
and everyone
team.
else in the World Cup, honestly, because they've seen that the US isn't invincible.
Beatable.
They're beatable.
They're beatable.
They're tieable.
I mean, they saw that when France did a friendly against the USA.
Oh, we watched that one,
and
didn't we?
decimated them.
Yeah.
I mean, you're sitting there looking at the U.S. women's national team and being like, what is going on? And for all of the effort and for all of that we're saying right now, the U.S. women's national team is still ranked number 1 in the world.
And they're still probably going to have a good World Cup.
Yeah.
But they've got a tougher route.
They do.
So stay tuned on Women's Soccer Weekly, right, Kels?
Women's Soccer Weekly and also Queens of the South. Because, of course, we're going to be delivering the content.
Because there's a lot of queens out there that deserve being.
There's so many queens that deserve it. So there are things that are upcoming, obviously. So we got the international break that we're going through right now. We've got the Columbus Crew game that's on March 30th. I will also say Columbus Crew plays this weekend. They don't get a break.
But they play Philadelphia. That'll be interesting. We've just seen how we perform against them, so it'll be interesting.
It will gauge on how sort of we will enter the game, I'm sure.
Be a good one to watch if you want to get your soccer fix.
And then another big thing that's coming up is in April. You want to discuss that because you know all of the details.
So April 28th, Soccer in the Streets is having one of their 4 major annual fundraisers, Nations Cup. Kelly and I both participating. We'll be teammates on Team Colombia. Basically what this tournament is 8 nations will be represented. About 120 players. There's still some spots. If you're interested in signing up, just tweet me and I'll get you the details. And we're all going to compete. But most importantly, we're going to compete on fundraising. So before the event, from now until April 28th, the goal is to raise as much money as we possibly can. Team Colombia currently in number 1 spot. You know, we're champions. But we want to keep pushing and we want to break records. We'll then compete on the field on April 28th. You're welcome to come and watch. It's going to be a blast. We're stacked. We are
so
stacked.
I will say for the Team Colombia, we are 100% stacked. We have not only Felipe Cardenas from the Athletic joining our team. We've got Jessica playing. I am a sub for Jessica, which means I will never come on.
That's not
she's
true.
Way better than me.
I'm unfit, so she'll be definitely coming on the field.
You don't want to watch me play; it will be embarrassing. And then we also have a sort of a celebrity player in a way, kind of. I mean, yeah, I think.
Yeah, it's a brother of a celebrity.
Yeah.
We got LGP's brother.
Yeah, LGP's brother.
Let's call him Nick.
No, that's his name, so we should probably call him
but
Nick.
I don't want to keep referring to him as LGP's brother.
So Nick Perez will be playing for Team Colombia as well.
Which is interesting. He picked us over Argentina. But I think I
so.
might have kept it on the DL that there was an Argentinian team when I recruited him, and it's too late now.
He
signed up. So
Can't
sorry,
turn
Nick.
Back now.
We got my fiance.
We've got Danny also. Danny from Terceros with Sombreros.
My fiance who we met playing soccer.
Yes.
So it's like throwback, you know.
He's extremely good as well.
Yeah, he's a baller. And then, honestly, just a bunch of Colombians. And they love that game. So let's be honest. We are delighted to be part of that team. It's going to be extremely exciting. You can donate to us. Kelly, this is what we were getting to about your birthday. Let's get you to your goal. Kelly has a goal.
So if you want to give me something for my birthday, or give me a shout out for my birthday, or do anything for my birthday, or you could just not, it doesn't matter. I would extremely love and appreciate if you could just donate to my Soccer in the Streets page. You can find it on my Twitter. I will be retweeting it this morning, and this morning meaning Wednesday morning, March 20th. I'll be retweeting it. You can find it on my Twitter timeline. Basically, just go to the page, donate. $5, $2, $10,
anything,
whatever you want to donate.
Difference.
It really doesn't matter. Anything you give will make a difference in these kids' lives, and that's what's important.
And I'm going to be biased, but not competing against Kelly, but anyone that's ever seen me watch, or anyone that has ever watched me play a soccer tennis game knows that I'm the most competitive human being in the world. I'm currently in #1 spot with fundraising. I am determined to win. So if you want to help me out too, you know, we'll share the love. You can give us each $1 each, and we'll still be happy.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
I speak from experience. I have been involved in this organization for roughly 3 years now. And I mean it when I say every single dollar will impact a young life in Atlanta and help make this beautiful game more accessible. It's not just about soccer. It's about life skills, employment through soccer. We've got 30 young referees trained that now have a job. And we just opened bank accounts for these kids with Bank of America. It was an awesome thing. And you'll find out more through Twitter. But like I say, give Kelly a birthday gift. You know, just give me a winning gift.
Help Jessica winning the fundraising goal. Yeah, for sure.
You know, it's all wins.
Give to the community, though, is
most
what,
importantly.
This is what
yes.
the most important thing is. That we could have our names on it all we like, but the point of us donating, and not us donating, but also other people donating, and us helping to raise the funds, is to give back to the community.
The real winners are the kids.
Yeah.
We say it.
It's
you know,
for the kids.
We say it continually, but that hashtag is a legit real thing. It's everything will go to impact these kids' lives, whether it be through training quality coaches, giving these kids financial literacy programs. Everything will go back to impact the kids. And jokes aside, Colombia could come last as long as we raise enough money for these kids to have their free programming. Then I am happy. But if you're torn, if you're not sure you want to give to, just give to Kelly and I.
Yeah,
why wouldn't you?
That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do.
For the kids.
That's all you have to do. This being said, we have no iTunes reviews.
Boo.
We would like some more. And honestly, we would really love if we could get fully up to 5 stars. Unfortunately, for some reason, we're sitting at like 4.8.
There was one
stars.
hater.
We love all the haters, and if you want to hate us, that's fine too. We love you either way, but we would really love to get to 5 stars. We'd really love to be able to get up to 100 reviews so we could do a giveaway. So just, if you want to leave a comment, if you want to do anything, just do it on iTunes.
Because we've had some really beautiful comments in person, some amazing comments
some
through our messages.
That I've gotten,
it's been so nice to hear, particularly of parents with young daughters that have said that they're showing their kids this thing. Hopefully it's not too PG-13 today.
Well, we did
we
talk
were
about
a little bit
virgin,
blasphemous.
so for sure. That's on.
But we hope we inspire your children to be strong, independent ladies.
I mean,
ladies,
really,
we hope we inspire you.
we want to just inspire everyone.
We just want to be grounded.
I want to inspire my dog to like just be a better dog.
Be more independent. She's a little bit needy.
She's a little needy, but she's also extremely independent.
But yeah, if you have something to say, put it on an iTunes review. It's nice for everyone else to see it.
Yeah.
And then we can remember it forever, because some of these conversations we don't always...
Yeah.
They might not be at the best time.
They fade away into the distance. But
or into the champagne bottle.
Or in the champagne. Thank you. How apropos. The thoughts and the conversations might fade, but your comment never will.
We love you all.
Leave 5 stars today. I'm so glad that I could give you this promo as we are ending. Thank you to everybody who helps us. Stop laughing at me, Jessica. Thank you to everybody who helps us be who we are and promote us and keeps us running. Huge thank you to AtlantaBeerBus.com. And remember, please use the promo code for Atlanta Beer Bus, UNREL, UNREL, at AtlantaBeerBus.com to get 20% off of Friday through Sunday trips. Also, I know for a fact, secrets out, guys, Atlanta Beer Bus will actually be doing a carpool/bus pool to home games from the Second Self Brewery.
Ooh.
So if you don't want to have to pay for MARTA or Lyft or whatever it be, you could park at Second Self and Atlanta Beer Bus will drive you to the game.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Where can they find you, Jessica?
You can find me on Twitter at JessicaATLUTD. Be sure to follow, shoot me a message. It's great hearing from all of you.
We love it. We absolutely love it. And you can find me at the Kelly Francis on all the social medias. You can find Unrelegated also on all the social medias at UnrelATL. That's YouTube, Twitter, Snapchat,
Insta.
We have Snapchat, do we?
We should.
We should.
It would just be us playing soccer tennis.
Oh my God, it would be really bad. It'd be like all of the things you never want to keep. It's like the things that you stick in your purse and you're like, I'll just get to that compartment one day.
Oh, that chapstick from 2014.
What is this on this? Oh, never mind. I'll use it anyway. Welcome to the life of women, everybody. But like I said, you can follow us on all of those social media platforms. Thank you so much for listening. We will probably be doing an episode in a little over a week from now.
Yeah, bi-weekly.
Actually, once we get back, we'll probably be recapping Columbus.
Oh. So we'll find out if our 2-2 and 2-1 are correct.
And we'll probably be sitting in the second studio. We are, I will say, working on trying to get some video up in the second studio.
Sadly, that means we'll have to not bum quite as much as we do.
We are bumming right now. I'm not going to explain what Jess is wearing, and she's not going to explain what I'm wearing.
There's a reason why we didn't take a selfie.
And there's a reason why we didn't do a selfie today on social media. You're all welcome. We hope your Wednesday is wonderful, or whatever day you're listening to this. We appreciate you for listening to Queens of the South in general. Please subscribe. Please do all the things. We want to be in your ears all the time.
Yes, we do.
But not like a fungus. Nothing weird like that.
No, more like the angel.
The angel.
On the shoulder.
The angel of the podcast is upon you. You're welcome.
Goodbye.
Blessed be the podcast.
From Jane, the Virgin. We're out.